In geometry, there are several different types of angles that we're going to be learning in this video. First one is vertical angles, adjacent, same side, interior, alternate exterior, and corresponding. Now I had a hard time learning all these when I was in middle school. So what I decided to do is create a video that you can watch over and over again until it becomes more familiar. So the first angle, they're called vertical angles. And let's look at this diagram. This diagram has two lines. They can either be parallel or not, but going more or less the same direction. And then it has a transversal line, one line that cuts through the two lines that are basically going the same direction. So when two lines intersect over here, the angles that are directly across from one another are called vertical angles. So we have angle 1 and angle 4 as a pair of vertical angles. Another vertical angle is angle 3 and angle 2. Again, you'll notice that they are directly across from one another. If you look at these numbers, we notice that 5 and 8 are angles that are across from one another, and angle 7 and angle 6. So take a moment to look at that. The angles that are directly across from one another are vertical angles. Now let's look at adjacent angles. In English, adjacent means right next to. Usually two rooms share an adjacent wall. So we can look at these lines as an adjacent wall. If you notice, angle 1 and angle 2 sit right next to each other. They share this one line. So angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent to one another. Angle 3 and angle 4 are also adjacent to one another. We also can look at it this direction because 1 and 3 share that wall. So we have angle 1 and angle 3 as adjacent angles, and angle 2 and angle 4. Now if we look down here, let's see if you can recognize some adjacent angles. 5 is adjacent to 7 and it's also adjacent to 6. So angle 5 and angle 6 and angle 5 and angle 7. 6 is adjacent to 8 and 5, but we've already listed that here. So we say angle 6 and angle 8 are adjacent, and again 7 and 8 are adjacent. Just remember, adjacent, think of a wall, an adjacent wall. Angles that share the same wall. Angles that share the same wall. Let's look at same side interior. Same side means it's on the same side, but what do they mean by same side? So what I do is I look at the lines that are more or less parallel, and it's inside. Interior is inside these two lines, and they're on the same side. So if we only have these four choices, so they're inside and on the same side of the transversal. So they're on the left side here would be angle 3 and angle 5 are same side interior. The other pair would be 4 and 6. Angle 4 and angle 6 are also on the same side. They're on the other side of the transversal, but they're inside the two lines. Alternate interior, just like we said about the same side interior, has to be inside the two lines. Alternating, what I remember in basketball is you can dribble with your right and then you can dribble with your left. So you're alternating. So alternate interior would be 4 and 5. One is on the right side, one is on the left side, but they are still inside in the interior. So we have angle 4 and angle 5 as an alternate interior. Angle 4 and angle 5. The other alternate interior is angle 3 and angle 6. It's on the left side and it's on the right side of the transversal, but they are inside the two lines, interior. So you can assume that the exterior angles are the angles outside of those two lines. So 1, 2, and 7, 8 are exterior angles, and it alternates. So angle 2 is an alternate exterior to angle 7. One's on the right side of the transversal, one's on the left side. And the other pair would be angle 1 and angle 8. Those are alternate exterior. Now corresponding angles sit what I consider in the same position. If we played 4 square right here, and another set of students play 4 square, angle 5 and angle 1 and angle 5 are playing the same position. So they are considered corresponding angles. So player 1 and player 5 are in the same position, corresponding. 2 and 6 are in the same position. 3 and 7 are in the same position. And 4 and 8 are in the same position. So I think of the game 4 squared. When 4 students stand here, player 1 and player 5 are in the same position. 3 and 7 are in the same position. 2 and 6, 4 and 8. Okay, so be sure to review this video several times just to be more familiar with it, and that's it.